Okay, I need to be real with you about something, and honestly, it might completely change how you think about your career and finances over the next few weeks. Because what's happening on January 18th isn't just another new moon. This is a Capricorn new moon at the very last degree of the sign, and I really believe it's activating something ancient, something that's been building for years. We're talking about money karma here. And I don't mean that in some vague spiritual way. I mean actual tangible shifts in your bank account, your career status, your entire relationship with success. Here's what's really getting my attention. 3 specific signs are about to experience promotions that aren't just incremental. They're life-changing. The kind where you look back a year from now and think, that's when everything shifted. And if you're Aries, Libra, or Sagittarius, you really need to stay with me on this one. But even if you're not one of those 3 signs, this energy is hitting everyone. And if you've been feeling this strange restlessness about your work lately, like you're ready for more but can't quite articulate what more means, there's a very specific reason for that, and I'm going to break it down for you later in this video. But first, I think you need to understand what's actually happening in the sky right now, because this isn't random, this is precision, this is the universe balancing its books. And honestly, some of you are about to receive payments that have been pending for a really, really long time. The universe is about to balance its ledgers, and you might be owed big time. So here's the thing most people don't realize about money karma. It's not instant. It's been accumulating. Every late night you worked when no one was watching. Every time you chose integrity over the easy way out. Every sacrifice you made for your craft, your growth, your future self. I believe it's all been recorded somewhere. And on January 18th at 3 in the afternoon, when this new moon hits exactly 28 degrees and 43 minutes of Capricorn, something clicks. The ledger opens. And I know that sounds dramatic, but stay with me here. Capricorn is the sign of time, karma, and earned rewards. It doesn't give handouts. It doesn't do lottery wins. What Capricorn does is reward consistency. Discipline, the person who kept showing up when everyone else quit. Does that resonate? But here's what makes this new moon different from any other Capricorn new moon we've had. It's happening at the 29th degree, the very last degree of the sign. In astrology, we call this the anaretic degree, and honestly, it's like a graduation ceremony. It's the universe saying, you've completed this lesson, you've mastered this test, now here's what you've earned. And the timing of this, it's not random. Mars is right there with the moon, exalted in Capricorn. Mercury's there too. We've got this massive concentration of energy in the sign of career and public status. I've been studying astrology for years, and configurations like this, they don't happen often. When they do, they reshape entire life paths. But here's where it gets really interesting, and this was a big realization for me when I was looking at the charts. Venus, the planet of money and values, is about to meet Pluto, the planet of massive transformation and wealth. And it's happening in Aquarius right after this new moon. We're talking about a complete transformation of how money flows into your life. Not a raise, not a bonus, a transformation. 3 signs are about to get promoted, but not in the way they think. Now, I mentioned 3 signs are especially positioned for life-changing promotions during this new moon, and when I say life-changing, I don't mean a new title on your business card. I mean the kind of elevation that changes your entire trajectory. Let's start with Aries. If you're an Aries or you have Aries rising, this new moon is happening in your 10th house. That's your career sector, your public reputation, your legacy. But here's what's wild. Mars, your ruling planet, is right there with this new moon. And Mars is exalted in Capricorn, meaning it's operating at its absolute highest potential. I think what's happening for Aries is a coronation. You're not asking for permission anymore. You're commanding respect. This isn't a promotion you apply for. It's a role that finds you because you've already been doing the work. The money karma activating for you is about finally being paid what you're actually worth, and honestly, it's probably overdue. Now Libra, this is fascinating. For you, Jupiter, the planet of expansion and blessings, is sitting in your career sector. Even though it's retrograde, I think that actually works in your favor here. It's bringing back an opportunity you might have missed before. Maybe a position you interviewed for months ago suddenly reopens. Maybe someone who rejected your proposal comes back with a better offer. But here's the key for Libra. Your ruling planet Venus is about to conjoin Pluto. That's massive financial transformation energy. The promotion coming your way isn't just about status. I believe it's solving a security problem you've been carrying. It's the kind of opportunity that doesn't just change your income, it changes your entire sense of safety in the world. And then we have Sagittarius. For you, this entire Capricorn stellium, the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, it's all happening in your money house, your second house of earned income. This is the most literal money karma activation of all three signs. But here's what I find really interesting. Your ruling planet Jupiter is opposing all of this from your 8th house of shared resources and other people's money. What I think this means for Sagittarius is that the promotion isn't just about salary. There's something else involved. Maybe equity, maybe commissions, maybe a bonus structure that could dwarf your base pay. The universe isn't just increasing your income. I believe it's completely restructuring how you generate wealth. If you've been seeing repeating numbers lately, this is why. Okay, so something's been happening that I've been noticing myself, and I've been hearing from so many of you about this too. The numbers. They're everywhere right now. And not just the usual ones like 1111. I'm talking about specific numbers that keep following you. Maybe you keep seeing 818 or 127 or some random sequence that makes no logical sense but keeps appearing. Here's what I think is happening. These numbers are coordinates. The universe is literally giving you the GPS location of your next level. And with this Capricorn New Moon on the 18th, which, by the way, 18 reduces to 9 in numerology, which is about completion and graduation, I don't think any of this is random. When you keep seeing specific numbers before a major astrological event like this, I believe it's the universe preparing you, getting your attention, making sure you're awake and aware when the moment arrives. Because here's the thing about money karma. It requires consciousness to fully activate. You can't sleepwalk through a promotion that's meant to change your life, right? And if you've been seeing numbers related to 8, like 8888 or times like 808, pay special attention. 8 is the number of material mastery, of karma, of infinite abundance. It's also shaped like the infinity symbol turned upright. In the weeks leading up to this new moon, if 8 has been showing up for you, I really believe that's confirmation that you're one of the people about to receive a major karmic payout. But numbers aren't the only sign. Something else has been building, and you might have already noticed it. The restlessness you're feeling isn't anxiety, it's activation. Have you been feeling it? This strange restlessness about your current position, like you're suddenly too big for the role you're in, like the walls of your current job are closing in, not because anything's wrong, but because you've outgrown the space. I've been feeling this myself, and honestly, at first I thought it was just January energy, new year, new goals, all of that. But it's different this time. This isn't wishful thinking about change. This is your body already responding to change that's coming. Here's what I think is happening. Your energy field is expanding before your physical reality catches up. You're literally growing into a bigger version of yourself, and your current circumstances haven't adjusted yet. It's like wearing clothes that are suddenly 2 sizes too small. Nothing's wrong with the clothes, you've just gotten bigger. And this restlessness, it peaks right before a breakthrough, always. I've seen it happen so many times. The most uncomfortable moment is right before the promotion comes through, right before the offer arrives, right before everything shifts. Your soul knows what's coming even when your mind doesn't. This isn't anxiety. This isn't dissatisfaction. I really believe this is activation. Your system is preparing for an upgrade, and that preparation process, it doesn't always feel comfortable, but it's necessary. The Venus-Pluto conjunction is about to rewrite the rules of wealth. Okay, so this is where things get really intense. On January 19th, the day after the new moon, Venus meets Pluto at 3 degrees Aquarius. And if you don't follow astrology closely, let me explain why this matters so much for your money karma. Pluto is extreme wealth. It's transformation. It's the kind of money that changes everything. Inheritances, investments that suddenly mature, business ventures that explode overnight. When Pluto touches Venus, the planet of money and values, it doesn't just increase wealth, it transforms your entire relationship with it. But here's the Aquarius factor that I think is crucial. Aquarius rules networks, technology, and future-oriented systems. The money karma activating now isn't coming through traditional channels. I don't think it's about climbing the corporate ladder the old way. It's about innovation. It's about community. It's about value that's created through connection rather than competition. For some of you, this might mean a promotion that comes through your network rather than your resume. Someone you helped years ago suddenly opens a door for you. A connection you made casually becomes your biggest opportunity. The karma isn't just about what you've done. It's about who you've been to others. And here's what really gets my attention about this conjunction. It's happening right after a new moon that's conjunct Mars. That's action energy meeting transformation energy. It's not gradual, it's sudden. The kind of sudden where you wake up one day in a completely different financial reality than you went to sleep in. Now, am I saying everyone's going to wake up rich on January 19th? No, that's not how this works. But I do think that for those who've been doing the work, who've been building their karma bank account, something clicks into place that day. A conversation happens, an email arrives, a decision gets made, and the trajectory changes forever. You might already be getting signs through your dreams. This is something I really want you to pay attention to, especially in the nights leading up to January 18th. Your dreams right now, they're not just random. I believe they're previews. You might be dreaming about buildings, towers, mountains, anything involving height or climbing. That's Capricorn energy showing you ascension. You might dream about receiving keys, signing documents, or sitting in offices you don't recognize. These aren't just anxiety dreams about work. I think these are glimpses of what's coming. Some of you might be having dreams about specific numbers, salaries, dates, times. Write them down, even if they seem outrageous, especially if they seem outrageous. Your subconscious doesn't have the same limitations your conscious mind does. It can see possibilities you've been too afraid to imagine. And if you've been having dreams about past jobs, old bosses, or career situations from years ago, that's the karma piece. The universe is showing you how long this has been building, how many experiences have contributed to what's about to unfold. Nothing was wasted. Every challenging boss, every difficult project, every time you wanted to quit but didn't, it's all been adding up to this moment. I had a dream recently where I was handed a golden key, and the person handing it to me said, "You've already earned this, you just forgot to collect it." And when I woke up, I realized that's what money karma is. It's not about earning something new, it's about collecting what's already yours. The shadow work you've been doing is about to pay off, literally. Here's something not everyone talks about when it comes to career and money. The inner work matters just as much as the outer work, maybe more. And with Pluto involved in this configuration, the shadow work you've been doing is directly connected to the financial breakthrough coming. What do I mean by shadow work? I'm talking about facing the parts of yourself you used to hide, the ambition you were taught to be ashamed of, the desire for success you were told was greedy, the confidence you were convinced was arrogance. Have you been working on that stuff? Because here's what I've noticed, and this was a huge realization for me: the people who make quantum leaps in their careers aren't just the hardest workers. They're the ones who've cleared their internal blocks around deserving success. They've stopped apologizing for wanting more. They've released the old programming that told them they had to choose between being good and being successful. This Capricorn New Moon with Mars, it rewards authentic ambition, not the fake kind where you're trying to impress others, the real kind where you know your worth and you're ready to receive compensation that matches it. And that Venus-Pluto conjunction? It's specifically rewarding those who've transformed their relationship with power and money from the inside out. If you've been doing this inner work, the therapy, the journaling, the honest self-reflection about your relationship with success, that's not separate from your career advancement. I really believe it's the foundation of it. The universe doesn't give you more than you're ready to hold, and your capacity to hold has been expanding. That's why bigger opportunities are coming now. Why some people will get everything while others feel stuck. I need to be honest about something. Not everyone's going to receive these blessings equally, and it's not about luck, it's not about favorites, it's about alignment and readiness. The people who are about to receive major promotions and financial breakthroughs, they have something in common. They've been consistent. They've been doing the work even when no one was watching. They've been building their skills, their network, their reputation steadily over time. Does that sound like you? But here's the other factor that I think is crucial. They're ready to receive. They're not blocking their own blessings with stories about why they can't have what they want. They're not sabotaging opportunities because deep down they don't believe they deserve them. The shadow side of this new moon is that it's also revealing where people are stuck, where they're still operating from old programming, where they're letting fear run the show. And for those people, this period might feel frustrating. They'll see others advancing while they feel frozen. They'll wonder why their hard work isn't paying off the same way. If that's you, I want you to know something. It's not punishment, it's information. The universe is showing you exactly where your blocks are so you can clear them. Maybe you need to finally have that conversation with your boss. Maybe you need to update your resume and actually send it out. Maybe you need to stop undercharging for your services. The promotion isn't just going to fall in your lap if you're energetically pushing it away. The Sabian symbol reveals everything. A woman reading tea leaves. This is fascinating to me. The Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Capricorn, where this new moon is happening, is a woman reading tea leaves. And when I first read this, I had such a massive aha moment. Tea leaves are about reading patterns, seeing what others miss, trusting intuition alongside practical knowledge, and that's exactly what's being rewarded right now. The promotion's going to those three signs, Aries, Libra, and Sagittarius. It's not just because they work hard, it's because they can see what's coming, they can read the patterns. Think about it. In business, the most valuable people aren't just the ones who can execute tasks. They're the ones who can anticipate trends, who can feel where the market is heading, who have that inexplicable sense of timing that puts them in the right place at the right moment. That's what this symbol is about. The woman reading tea leaves isn't guessing. She's interpreting patterns that are already there. She's seeing the story that's already been written but hasn't played out yet. And I think that's what this money karma activation is really about. It's the universe saying, you saw this coming, you prepared for it, you positioned yourself, now receive it. If you've been getting intuitive hits about your career, random thoughts about reaching out to someone, sudden urges to apply for something, unexplainable feelings that change is coming, trust them. That's you reading your own tea leaves. That's you seeing the pattern before it fully manifests. How to make the most of this energy, even if you're not one of the three signs. Look, even if you're not Aries, Libra, or Sagittarius, this energy is available to you. The Capricorn New Moon activates everyone's career sector somewhere in their chart. The Venus-Pluto conjunction transforms everyone's relationship with money. The question is, are you going to work with this energy or let it pass by? Here's what I think you should do. First, get clear on what you've already earned that you haven't claimed yet. What raise have you been meaning to ask for? What promotion have you been qualified for but haven't pursued? What payment are you owed that you've been too uncomfortable to collect? This isn't the time for modesty. This is the time for claiming what's yours. Second, look at where you've been consistent. What have you been showing up for day after day, even when it was hard? That's where your karma is strongest. That's where the rewards are most likely to come. The universe rewards patterns, not one-offs. Your patterns are your power right now. Third, prepare for sudden movement. Update your resume now. Clear your schedule for potential meetings. Get your interview outfit ready. I know that sounds practical and boring, but here's the thing. When opportunity arrives with Mars involved, it moves fast. You won't have time to prepare once it's in motion. You need to be ready to move when the door opens. And finally, and this is really important, clear your energy field of resentment about past career disappointments. If you're still angry about the promotion you didn't get last year or the job that didn't work out, you're creating static in your reception. The money karma can't fully activate if you're still energetically tied to old disappointments. Let them go. Make space for what's coming. The week after will reveal everything. Here's what I want you to watch for. The week after January 18th, from the new moon through about January 26th when Neptune enters Aries, that's when everything becomes clear. The offers arrive, the conversations happen, the path reveals itself. But it might not look exactly like you imagined. The promotion might come from an unexpected source. The financial breakthrough might arrive through a channel you hadn't considered. This is Uranus in Taurus making a perfect trine to this new moon. Expect the unexpected, but expect it to be better than what you planned. Some of you might receive multiple offers and have to choose. Others might get the opportunity to completely redesign their role. Some might realize the promotion isn't about climbing higher in the same structure. It's about building something entirely new. And here's what I really want you to understand. This isn't a one-time event. The money karma that activates on January 18th sets a new cycle in motion. What you receive now is just the beginning. It's the seed money, the launching pad, the first domino. Where it leads depends on what you do with it. I think we're entering a new era of how success works. The old model of slow, steady climbing is dissolving. The new model is about alignment, authenticity, and being ready to receive quantum leaps. And this Capricorn New Moon, it's your invitation to that new model. All right, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. This is powerful information, and I really believe if you're here, you're meant to receive this activation. If this resonated with you and you want to see more content like this, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It helps more than you know. And please drop a comment below. I really want to hear what you've been experiencing. Have you been feeling that restlessness? Seeing the numbers? Having those dreams? Which sign are you and what kind of promotion are you calling in? We're going through this cosmic shift together, and your experiences matter. Take care of yourself. Trust what's coming, and I'll see you in the next one.